Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Homestead. Today I'd like to do a video on blackberries and 4 important lessons that I've learned by mistakes that I've made and how to fix them. So stick with us and watch the video. Guys, blackberries are super resilient. They're very durable. It's not something you really need to worry about. Even after I talked to you guys about my mistakes, I was able to bounce back from all of these mistakes and still have an abundant harvest this year. So I'm going to start us off with the first mistake. You ready? Let me switch it. Boom. First mistake I made was spacing. What you need to do is you need to realize what you're doing this for. Are you doing this for commercial, like you pick operation? Are you doing this just for your personal use? How many blackberries do you need? If you want to do a lot, and that's what I wanted to do, I decided that I was going to have spacing with 10-foot rows between the different sides. Now, that's really good for like a commercial orchard, but I realized that that was just way too much space in between my rows. And how I was able to correct that was simply, I waited until winter time. I dug up one of these rows and I moved it so that we had better spacing. And then I was able to add an additional row. Now that's where this row kind of gets nasty, because these 2 rows, when I did my movement, were kind of stuck together, but I'm okay with that. I may dig it up, but I'll probably just end up filling the center with wood chips and just letting the blackberries take over in the middle. But that's how you can correct that. You can simply dig them up and transplant them if you're not happy with the location. They're very tough, very resilient, very easy to do. All right, time for step number 2. So one thing that you're not going to be able to avoid, especially if you live in an area with a lot of humidity and a lot of ideal conditions for growth, is weeds. Weeds are going to be a problem in your blackberry patch, because weeds they're going to take all the things that blackberries like. Blackberries themselves are even a weed out here, and they're just going to enjoy the nice soil, the water, everything that you're giving the blackberries. They're gonna absolutely love them, and they're gonna take over, and they're actually gonna compete with your blackberries for nutrition, and your blackberries growth will be harmed and stunted. So how do I fix that? Let me show you something. All right, so I'm starting this video in the same spot that I started another one, where you can see before I put the wood. Now this area right here is kind of my experimental berry patch, and I need to do a little bit better job of picking the weeds. But you can see on the rows where I really try to maintain the majority of it, you just see how high and bermy the mound of wood chips is, and that really prevents weeds from just taking over. And then when it is time to get rid of the weeds, you can just come over and pull them right out. That was kind of a bad example. Let me see if I can find a good example of one in high weeds that just pulls out like butter. I want to make sure I don't get one that's got thorns, because I've done that. All right, here's a big old ragweed right here. See, just pulls right out, even takes the soil with it. Pretty awesome. So how I acquired the wood chips, normally I go to chipdrop.com, put in a request, how much I want, and whenever an arborist is in the area, they message me, and I give them like a few bucks, and they drop off wood chips. As you guys saw in my last frame, there was quite a bit of wood chips that were dropped over here, and I basically just picked it up with my tractor, came over with the wood chips, just pretend this is wood chips, and I just went over my blackberries and just dumped them. And what that did, it didn't actually hurt the blackberries. It just smothered the weeds. It smothered any of the brambles that I didn't want, and all the fruit that I wanted, it just came back. Blackberries just poked right through it. Let me show. This is a blackberry that just decided just the other day, I'm gonna come up through the wood chips. Just started forming for me. I've got many raspberries that have done the same thing. I know this is a blackberry video, but my raspberries did the same thing. I thought these raspberries were goners. I put the wood chips down. They just popped up right through it, survived. They're outstanding. In order to prevent weeds, I recommend using wood chips. I do not recommend weed barrier cloth. I think it's useless, especially with brambles, because any of the brambles will poke through and then you've just got weeds coming out through those holes. So I don't recommend that. But that is my tip that I want to share with you. And now on to the next one. All right, my next tip is making sure that you use a trellis. As you guys saw in that clip with the weeds, I actually had my blackberries just kind of growing and they didn't have any structure to put on. And when I would mow down these lanes here, I would come across a blackberry on the side that was dripping over because it was so long, and I'd mow it over and I'd lose that potential blackberry growth on the next season. So now before I mow, I just come to a simple walk. I got all this growth right now on these canes. I just simply take these canes, find a wire that I put in, wrap it a couple times, and believe it or not, that's all I need to do, and that cane will not come off. Pretty impressive, pretty easy. And as I do that, it almost fell off. For the most part, it does not come off. And if I see one kind of growing long and I want to make sure that it gets up, woo, I'm so sorry for the kind of moving around here, trying to do it with one hand. But I'll just pull it and I'll try to get it so that it's stable, and voila, I now have growth on the top here, and I accidentally pinched it. So even better. So what I used, I really overthought how to make a trellis, and I think that's why it took me so long. I saw some cool videos of trellises that like fold down so that it can promote upward growth, and then you move it back and then it causes more. I thought they were awesome, and I was actually planning on doing that, making a video. Just way overthought it was gonna be really expensive, except for the volume I did. And then I saw some videos from like the Millennial Gardener, and I think he had a really good setup. I think his setup was actually like a perfect setup, but it was really over-engineered in my opinion, and it was still more expensive than I wanted to go. So I decided to just go really simple. And I just got some T-posts. I had a bunch of T-posts, but I recommend getting like an 8-foot T-post. That way they're 6 feet in the air. This one was like a 5-foot T-post. That's why it's like shorter than me. And then just some 18 gauge electric fence wire. And it's able to hold quite a bit of weight. And if you look down the line here, it holds up. And everything that has been streamed has vertical shoots coming out, and a lot of awesome blackberry action going on. I just can't stop eating these things. So trellis, extremely important. I've gotten more blackberries this month than I've had the entire 3 years I've had blackberries growing out here. So really excited to share that. We'll go to the next lesson. All right, the final lesson I have is taking good records. I just kind of went crazy and planted a bunch of blackberries. I didn't mark down. Actually, I did write down. I wrote them down on a piece of paper, and then that piece of paper disappeared, and I lost all of my evidence of what I had. But keeping track of the varieties you have and where you planted them will help you in the future, because if you like one variety over another, you can either get more, propagate that one, know what it is, and if you are into selling blackberries, which may be something I do in the future, then you have some named items that you can sell. So like my favorite of all the bramble family is the boysenberry, and I planted a bunch of them, but I got no idea where they are, and it's a little frustrating, but it's okay. So just name them, mark it down, have it. If you want to use it for future reference, then you'll have it, versus not knowing and really causing some confusion with people you're sharing them with if they're interested in the name. So hopefully you guys learned that lesson. If you make more mistakes, just like I'm planning on doing, go ahead and document them, share them with everybody. If you got any questions about growing blackberries, I've got 3 years experience now, not that much, but it's definitely been a huge learning curve. I've grown them in 2 different states now, 2 different climates, very different ways to grow them, and I'm excited to share it with you. If you follow my channel, you'll know that I respond to every single comment, no matter what. It's hardly ever just a thumbs up. Usually I respond with an answer, unless if it's a question. So shoot me a question, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.